And anyone who does a super chat, I'll donate that to the I don't want to monetize this, so I will donate it to the thing that they're putting together for Michael.
Yeah, his sister's putting together a foundation.
Yeah. Had you met his sister?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's cool. LA, right? Yeah, she's in LA. She lives in Silver Lake. Right. She's an actress and like kind of actress writer.
Oh, okay.
You know, here in LA. She's cool. She's great.
He and his mom, and I met the mom at the event very briefly, and she said something. I don't remember what she said. She said something to me. It was very sweet. I can't remember what it was, and I remember like saying how much she looked like him. And then I saw the sister. I saw the quality wasn't that good, like the Wi-Fi or whatever, when she was on the Majority Report, so I didn't see it as much. But then I saw on Instagram, like I saw clearer photos, and she looked a lot like Michael too.
Yeah, she does.
That was really moving watching her talk to Sam on Majority Report, because you just got a sense of what a good brother he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I know, I mean, even just like the fact that like we weren't closer, it just like, it kind of speaks to one of the things I think he was frustrated with, like, which is like, no, that's, I don't know, the hustle, and like even on the left, like we should be like, he and I should have been like talking more, collaborating more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and there's like defending turf, and then like his guys, like whatever, there are rivalries that like divide, and there's like so many people mad at other people, and there are all these camps, and like I don't know where the line is. There's some line, right, where like there's some people we hate. Like there are people who we hate and we should hate, who are closer to us in like, we probably have been at the same dinner parties or holiday parties, but they're not redeemables.
Yeah.
And there are like people.
Anyone who supported Warren.
Basically. I mean, yeah. But yeah. I mean, definitely anyone who supported Clinton, like forget it.
Well, yeah.
Unless they're repentant.
Yeah, like Peter Dow.
Yes. But like, I mean, it is an interesting question though, because like, what is that line? Like, we do have to be less divisive and less cannibalistic.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like we exist in capitalism. We all got to make a living. There's some competitive, like it makes us competitive. Like there's a limited amount of Patreon money to go around or whatever, you know, like, or at least there's that feeling, you know. It's ambient but that's capitalism, neoliberalism, whatever you want to fucking call it, but that's what it is, you know, like it's a system based on, you know, if we all had, you know, secure housing and healthcare and education and shit, like we could all do podcasts and not have to worry about that shit, you know.
It's not just that, it's also like, it's that, and it's also, I mean, it's not like I don't want people to think I was like, we had some beef or anything. It's just like, now that he's not here, I'm like, oh, we all should be like cross pollinating more. That's you know what I mean? Just like, yeah. And then there's I don't know. And so many people hate each other, and like, I mean, there's just so many beefs. Like I tried it. Like, look, I'm going to like, if I feel like someone really attacks me, I'll hold the grudge, but not that long. But I don't like seek, I don't know. It's hard, and people just egos and feel attacked. And then like, they feel betrayed, and I don't know. It's just like, we don't really have time for this. We should have some self-help groups on the left.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. I mean, again, you know, there's two types. I mean, some of it is just like personal petty bullshit. Some of it is like meaningful political differences. It's hard to like parse the two sometimes. You know, sometimes there are legitimate political differences, and it'd be better if we can keep it on that level, but often the personal shit gets in the way and makes it harder, and everyone kind of knows each other, and it's, you know, it's kind of like high school in that way, and that's not a good way to be, you know.
Right. There's so many feuds I mean, I know so many different people who are like constant, like they're talking.
Well, it's like, it's kind of like when you're like, you know, like say like you're going out and you're like inviting, and you have to like ask the other person like, but are you guys beefing? You know, like, you know, you have to like double check because you might not have remembered or I mean, you know, it sucks, you know, it sucks, and we should try to figure out how to not do that. I mean, I try not to get involved. I don't often get involved. But you know, it's, Yeah, sometimes there are many, like, I guess I'll say, like, there's meaningful political differences, but sometimes they're just petty bullshit.
And sometimes there are differences that can be like, okay, we'll overlook, like, okay, you and I disagree on that, and we can still be friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to bring on our next, when we bring our next guest on, this is someone who's known Michael for a while. Okay, she's joking with me. I'll share this in a second. But okay, I won't say that. I'm texting this person. I'm not going to say that. She's watching us now.
Okay.
Share anything. Just text me when you want to come on. The person that I want to have, who we're going to be bringing on next, is someone who knew. I think that she and I may have met Michael at the same time. We'll find out. But let me just see this. Okay, we got to. Most of my girlfriend's family is ultra conservative Trump lovers, and we clashed. And I found myself angry at them, but it's not them as much as systems that deserve that energy. Yeah, I mean, didn't Michael say, what was it? It's a Nina Turner kind of Turner phrase.
Yeah, it's like be harsh on the systems, easy on the people. It's kind of
and hers was like hard on the issues, easy on people.
Yeah, and you're seeing like the liberal kind of response to Black Lives Matter is like, you need to call your racist uncle and you need to tell him that he's a fucking racist, and it's like,
oh my God, we totally do white fragility with people on the show.
Yeah, and it's that's just not the way to do it. And again, it's not about like excusing racism or giving it a pass or anything like that, but like you need to get buy-in from people, you need to get buy-in from people.
Yeah.
You just don't do that by doing that kind of thing. But that's how liberals understand politics. I mean, it's just the only way they understand it, as some sort of personal kind of cleansing that you have to do. And so
I'm already seeing people's comments in there. It's like, I'm afraid I can't there are a lot of people hate each other. Or think they hate each other. I think, yeah, I mean, I think there could be fewer videos, intra-left videos, like making fun of people.
Yeah. I guess I don't do that shit.
I know. We should do that, though. It'll get us good.
Do that, like,
guys, what will give us good clicks? Let's be total mercenaries. But Nando, I mean, this sounds corny, but like, you sound so corny and weird, but you do, you can like think about Michael when you're doing the, your Chris Matthews.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I can't not think about him if I do Chris Matthews.
Yeah. You should, could you do Michael doing Chris Matthews?
Well, the bit that we were doing when we were doing Matthews on Matthews was like how he's obsessed with everything is Tip O'Neill. All of politics can be explained by Tip O'Neill. So we were like, we would take like some obscure leftist thing and be like, when you got to do the thing with the red brown lines, you got to do is you got to get Tip O'Neill in there. You get him in there, you can work out both sides, and then boom, you got the and it's like that's what we were doing. It was really funny. I mean, it was it was a good bit. I mean,
your Brywise is really good.
My Brian Williams. I did that for the first time ever here. Off the cuff. I've never done him before.
Really good.
He's a random guy to do an impression of, I
know, but he's so fucking corny.
He's the worst. I mean, he's just cynical.
Nando, he is the worst.
A respected podcaster, Michael Brooks. I don't agree with him all the time, but his Chris Matthews is a hoot here in the NBC building.
You're so good at adding that thing. Like when we did a thing on Joy-Ann Reid, you actually said something. What was it? Irreality. You said something about the irreality of how someone like her is being rewarded a show. And you're like, the irreality of it. And I was like, the irreality. You're like, the irreality of that is something she'll be bringing you every day. So like the way you do
Joy-Ann Reid is going to bring the irreality to her nightly broadcast. She's going to bring that urban sensibility we really want here at NBC.
We've been striving for, and we haven't quite hit the mark.
We have heard your protests loud and clear. America has spoken. Black Lives Matter, join.
And to prove it,
we have Joy-Ann Reid hosting a nightly show at 7 p.m. We couldn't be prouder. We couldn't think of a better way to honor George Floyd's legacy.
Oh my God. Totally. That's exactly what he basically, I mean,
He thinks that. He 100% thinks that. Like,
he does. Can't you imagine him at dinner party? Like, look, they're tea leaves. We were reading the tea leaves. We were reading the symbols loud and clear. It's long overdue.
It's like, and there's like this thing that like centrist people do where like they kind of like adopt like a maximalist radical position on something that doesn't like something symbolic, kind of like, you know, statues, you know, and then, but then like not do anything. So we like, you know, I stood there as they brought down the statues of Christopher Columbus. I dodged bullets at the hands of the NYPD. And we have heard you loud and clear, America. Here is Joy.
And the head of Christopher Columbus, which I removed from 59th Street.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus was actually an imperialist pig. Here's Joy.
Oh my God, it's really, really good. We got to do that.
Yeah.
That statue was violent.
Christopher Columbus on Columbus Square or Columbus Circle was literal violence. We're going to rename Columbus Circle to Joy Ann Reid Circle.
Hexagon, because we're,
you know, I go to that Starbucks every morning and get my double espresso. And the thought of being on Columbus Circle just makes me think of all the victims of U.S. imperialism.
And that espresso, that gets my espresso stuck in my throat.
Yeah. I spit out my espresso every morning on Columbus Circle as a sign of protest to say Black lives do matter. Joy Ann Reid deserves her show.
I'm gonna get so canceled, but it's too perfect. It really is so good because we're not making fun of Joy Ann Reid. We're making fun of Brian Williams.
Yeah, we're making fun of both.
Fans. I mean, no, we're huge fans of Joy Ann Reid. I heard of someone I respect politically is a big fan of Joy Ann Reid. That's upsetting.